Welcome everybody. I'm gonna turn this right over to our friends at Trib, who are gonna lead us through some exciting new information about our hot show and our hot buys. So Dennis and Louise, welcome and take it away.
Thank you, Jen, and thanks to everybody that's joining us today. Appreciate you taking a few minutes. This won't take very long, but we want to talk about the hot show. Many of you that's been on these calls year after year kind of know the traditional hot show. So we're going to add a little bit of flavor to that this year. So we're going to have some fun with it and hopefully get a lot more of our vendors participating. So the traditional hot show will remain as it has always been. We'll be opening submissions here in the next 2 or 3 days. Um, but here's the important thing. We're introducing a brand new thing, and it's called the Smoking Deal. Now, what is the Smoking Deal? The Smoking Deal is going to be basically, for a better word, of item that did not get in the hot show. We're doing this to help promote traffic to everybody's booth. So, what we ask you to do as you prepare your hot show submissions, and we want this to be open to everybody, whether you're provide marketing, insurance, gadgets, or whatever. We want everybody to come up with a offer. I mean, these are going to be limited edition for just the show, just like a hot show item is. It's going to drive booth traffic to you um, at the hot show preview 2 hours, as well as the whole exhibit hall. Should increase your visibility if you've been one of those that rarely gets in the hot show or never gets in the show. So hopefully the smoking deals are going to be beneficial to everybody. It's going to be simple. It's going to be easy. The smoking deal that you saw on the slide prior to this, Benji, if you could back up even 2 slides. The original slide that we opened with, many of you remember these hot show banners. So everybody that's in the hot show has one of these banners hanging outside of their exhibit booth. Well, if you're not in the hot show and you have a smoking deal, you're going to have a smoking deal banner hanging outside of your booth, as well as being identified on the floor plan. Benji, if you'll go forward. So, how do you do this? I know this is a little bit of an eye chart, but most of you are familiar. You've seen the hot show submissions. So it's one form. It's just one additional thing to the hot show form now. So you fill out your forms for what you are submitting for the hot show. Then here's the new catch to it. We want you to identify one of those submissions, or if it's your only submission, we want you to identify that's the piece that you want considered for a smoking deal. Now, if it is selected as your hot show piece, or if you have a hot show item selected for the hot show, that disqualifies you for a smoking deal. Smoking deals are only for people that do not get in the hot show. So identify the one thing that you want as a smoking deal on your hot show submissions. Then if we notify you're in the hot show, then you're not going to be having recognition of a smoking deal. But for some reason, you've submitted 3 things. None of them didn't get in the hot show. We're going to look back at your submissions. The one that you've identified as a smoking deal will become your smoking deal for that event. Now, how are members going to know about that? we put out a line list each show uh, prior to the event. It gives all the pertinent information of the vendor, the product, how many they are, and all the detailed information. Uh, there'll be a secondary piece, and Benji, you want to move forward a slide or two there? One more slide. There you go. All right, the hot show line list. This is something that goes out electronically right before the show. Then we have hard copies available at the show. So the hot show line list, this is what members receive. So they know the order that's going in the hot show, who the vendor is, what the product is, the description and the regular cost, and then the hot show cost. All right. At the same time that we send the hot show line list out, they will also receive a smoking deal list. They will look similar. They'll be identified separately. So all of you that are in the smoking deal category, every member will have this list. So all the vendors that are not in the hot show, they will be on the smoking deal with the item that you have chosen to be your smoking deal. I know I kind of went through that a little bit fast, uh, but most of you are very familiar with how the hot show works. There's just that one additional thing that you've got to do is to identify the one item that you want to have as your smoking deal. And like I said earlier, we want everybody to participate in this, whether you're selling TVs, laundry, furniture, marketing ideas, health insurance, whatever, club program, come up with a deal or a special. So basically, we're smoking deal is the special this year. So come up with that smoking deal that everybody will see on these line lists and be aware of. That way, they're not having to wander around the event, or members are not having to wander around the floor looking to see what everybody has. It's going to be front and center on their phones, on the app. It will also be there, as well as it will be emailed out prior to the show to them, as well as hard copies, if they so choose, will be available to them. So there's no excuse for them not to have something in front of them of what is involved in either the hot show or the smoking deal. Questions, anybody, while we're at this point?
Dennis, there's no smoking deals for any services, right? That's just for product.
No, it's for everybody, Tom. Servicers, advertising, marketing people, we want everybody to come up with a smoking deal. So where you're a servicer, maybe you've got something and you waive some fees that's involved or whatever for that particular show. So we would love to have every booth in there to have either a hot show banner or a smoking deal banner.
Dennis,
Dennis,
oh, hey, Bill. Sorry, go ahead.
That's all right. If you're a vendor and you get anything in the hot show, that disqualifies you from having a smoking deal. Did I understand that correctly?
that is correct.
All right. Make sure I was reading that right. Thank you.
You're correct. Jamie, did you have?
Dennis, the smoking deal, is that going to be offered? Is that a separate like hot show, or is this just in the booth, a smoking deal? When is it
in the
off?
booth. It
In the
is
booth.
in the booth. It's basically your special.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
Dennis, I have a question for you.
Okay, Brian?
So let's make an example here. Let's say three items are submitted, and none of those are accepted in Hot Show. I identified one as a smoking deal, but after realizing that no items are accepted in Hot Show, and I have the smoking deal, am I able to modify which of those three items I would like to be a smoking deal at that time?
We prefer you to identify it on the front end, so we're not going around chasing 80-something vendors.
Yes.
Verify which one you really wanted in there.
Okay.
Hey, Dennis, are you going to identify the smoking hot deal inside the booth with anything? You know, we got the flags for the hot show. Are we going to have any banners for smoking hot?
They will be a tent card of some form, fashion to set by that product, yes.
Okay.
Hey, Dennis, sorry if I missed this. I got it on a couple minutes late. Where do you want us to submit these again?
Uh, the hot show submission will be coming out. I mean, it's a form. It'll be coming out from us to all the vendors here. When's it going out? Next week? The first or the second or the third or something like that of next week. So
The third,
yeah,
Dennis.
you'll get a link to, there it is. Hot Show Smoking Deals will be open on July 1. So I guess that's like Wednesday. So
Okay.
these forms will come out for you at that point in time. You have them full month to get them back into us. So you've got time to think about it, negotiate with the manufacturers or whoever if you're on product. But we have to have them back in here by August 3rd because those things have to be divided up, sent out to committees and buyers of the group. They go through all of these things, choose which they think is the best deals, comes back into another major committee that reviews those committees' decisions and puts the final stamp on that. And we have 7 days to do all of that. Now, let me say this. When you're sitting there considering what you want to offer for the hot show, get serious about it. Don't send me everything that you sell. Don't send me 20 things or 30 things. We're not looking for built-in dishwashers. They don't sell in the rent to own. Consider who the audience is. Pick out product that works. We've done some evaluations around here. Luis and I, just in the last day or two, and we're continuing to really churn through a lot of this thing. We've taken the last 4 hot shows and really dug into it, identified it of what's doing well, what has done best, how many members bought each of those categories or those products. So we kind of know what works. So, and when we send out the notice next week and when this opens up for submissions, we're going to give you a list of some things that we know is working out there for some of you to concentrate on. Now, there's other things that's, obviously going to be good, but put some thought into what you're submitting. We all know business has been a little bit sluggish this year. People are going to get aggressive with pricing. So get your heart right, sharpen that pencil, and put your best foot forward on these submissions. Any other questions about any of that? So just as a quick recap, one form covers your hot show submission and your smoking deal. Got to select that one product that you want as your smoking deal. If you don't get in the hot show, you're automatically entered with a smoking deal. You'll be identified on a separate line list, a tent card that will be positioned close to that particular product. On the mount, everybody that's got a hot show deal will be identified. Everybody that's got a smoking deal will be identified on a mount that's on the out and what have you. So hopefully this is going to drive traffic to everybody's exhibit booth. This has been the idea. We've talked about it in our VAC, a vendor advisory committee, several times over the last year. So we're taking some recommendations from some of you as vendors that serve on this committee and some of the board members of both associations that work together to try to enhance purchasing while we're at these shows. and make sure that everybody is getting their fair share of the traffic. No guys or not just all the appliance guys or what have you. So we want everybody to. Now, I will say one thing, if you have other specials that you want to send out prior to the show, that's going to be up to you to take the attendee list that Jen or someone there at APRO is going to be sending to you prior to the show. So you will know who all is going to be in attendance. And I think that's Jen, that list is going to go out at like 2 different times, I believe.
Yes, we send it twice before the show and we send it once following the show.
So you'll have a list of all the attendees that you can identify any of your other specials. Like Brian, for instance, you said you was going to submit 3.
I
You didn't
did.
get
I was just
anything in
thinking,
the hot show, so you had one smoking deal. If you wanted to consider those other 2 as really good specials, you could send those out to the members list. Hey, I have additional specials too. So,
got it. Okay, thank you.
Keith, I saw something in chat. It went away. What was it?
The question is if the piece they identify for smoking deal won't be considered for hot show, was the question.
Yes, your smoking deal piece is available for the hot show. Yeah, we want you to pick your very best piece for the smoking deal, and hopefully that's what gets in the hot show for you. Any
Because
other questions? I know this is a little bit.
I thought you said that if you had something in the hot show, you couldn't have a smoking hot deal.
But his question, Tom, was if I identify my piece as a hot show piece and it gets accepted in the hot show, then he does not have a hot show or a smoking deal. But if he don't get in the hot show, then he has it as a smoking deal.
Thank you.
And just one product can be selected as a potential smoking deal, right?
That is correct, Jason.
Okay,
Correct.
thank you.
Dennis,
I mean,
let
let's
me
let's have some fun with this. I mean, really come out there with some good specials, create some activity, create some buzz. I mean, some of you can really think out of the box, especially some of you that's not selling traditional products. So you could really think about this and come up with some really interesting stuff to get people's attention. So one thing I do want to say, and we see this all the time with these hot show submissions. There's several things to complete on there, like what is the regular price that you sell it for today? Or what's the regular wholesale price? Then we ask for the hot show price and fill out that thing complete. But on the pricing that we ask, what's the price, everyday price? Be honest about that. Don't give us a pie in the sky retail price and then what you sell it for the hot show just to make a big difference. These guys on these committees are buyers. They know what those products are being sold for right now. So be honest about those things. Tell us what you're actually selling it for now and what you're willing to sell it for at the hot show or as a smoking deal price.
So, Dennis, can I ask you a question? This is Jen.
Sure.
Let's say I am a service provider and I want to offer accounting services, let's say taxes, and I want to do it for some incredible price. That will that be considered for the hot show, or you'll know that I'm a service provider and that automatically goes to the smoking buy?
Jen, that will automatically go to a smoking deal.
Okay. All right. Well, you said get creative, so I just thought I wanted to clarify that for service providers, y'all will know when you receive this form that, I'm the accounting firm and this is going to be my
Oh,
smoking deal.
absolutely. We know who
Okay.
everybody is. So,
Yes.
and
Okay. Just
yeah,
wanted to make sure everybody understood that.
it's all going to come in on the same hot show submission form. But
Yeah.
yes, we're not going to put an accounting guy up with a service on the hot show.
Yes. But we still want the accounting guy to put in really cool, neat stuff that
Oh,
people will want
absolutely.
to go talk to them about in their booth.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cool. Thank you. These are great questions. I'm so excited. And you mentioned the vendor advisory committee, and I really want to applaud all of our vendor advisory committee members. I want to applaud you, Dennis, and all of the trip board for reimagining this process and for letting us try something out this year. And I really hope that we get full participation because I think this is an exciting opportunity, as you said. So thank you so much to all of you at Trib. We really are excited about this.
And just to kind of cover a little bit of the exhibit hall hours and what have you, we are keeping the traditional hot show preview on the exhibit hall floor. So all the buyers and attendees will have access to you. I think we're an hour and a half, an hour 45-ish or something like that prior to the hot show. So everybody will be there checking out mostly the hot show stuff, but they probably gonna still peek in and see what your uh your deal is also. So any other questions, concerns, comments? Jennifer, let me ask you this. I know you're on the call with us and you're in charge of getting the app prepared. Is there anything that these vendors and exhibitors need to do on this app at some point in time for you?
Yes. So your smoking deals are going to be highlighted on our exhibit floor. The map will be visible in the app itself. And the most important part for you in related to your smoking deals and to your product offerings for this upcoming show is to make sure when I send you the invitation that you log in and see your exhibitor profile page. That will be a snapshot of the profile of your company, not you personally, but the profile of your company and what it looks like to all of the attendees. The attendees will have access to your page as soon as they are able to download the app. So that is an immediate thing. If you have a catalog of products, if you have additional description that you would like to put on your profile, I highly encourage you to do so. I'll just give you a little snapshot. Last year, we had more than 85% of you go into the app and make a slight modification to the page that was created for your exhibitor booth or for your company. Less than 40% added additional PDFs of catalogs, additional details, a robust description of what you're offering at the show, or any additional sales team member information. So that is a striking difference to how many of you actually logged in. That is absolutely a free area for you to make it nice and beefy. And I will say the exhibitors and the schedule are the two highest pages viewed every single day that that app is in use. People check it every day. They check your profile multiple times a day. They're looking for those details. So don't do yourself a disservice. Give yourself 10 minutes, review what we've preloaded for you, add something special, make sure you're representing yourself well, especially now that we're trying to add additional flow to your booth with the smoking deals.
And Jennifer, will what approximately about what week will that be available for them to start doing that?
Will be mid-July. You'll have that opportunity a week to 10 days prior to it launching to the general attendance. Right now, just in full transparency, right now the app stores are reviewing for approval our app. it has to be approved by Google and Apple stores individually, excuse me, before it is available for us to launch to you. So we are basically at the bequest of those two entities to get that approved, with which it may come to you sooner than that time.
Okay, thank you, Jennifer. And just to kind of pile on that just a little bit, help yourself be successful. So when notice goes out that the app is there, go in, complete what you need to complete, add on anything that needs to be added for as more descriptions or product or what have you, and be prepared for this show. Get ready for it. Put your best foot forward so you can come away from this show and says, my gosh, that was a pretty darn good show. It all starts with the work that you start doing now as you start thinking about planning your hot show offers as well as getting your product shipped to the advanced warehouse, knowing what product fits in your size booth, sending the right product that people are going to want to buy, what they're going to look at. Make sure your booth has enough product, but make sure your booth also has enough room to maneuver around in it. So put a little thought into what you're doing, and it'll help you be much more successful. Jen, I think that's about all I've got today, unless anybody else has got any questions. And obviously, most of you know who we are, so feel free to reach out to me via email or cell or text or whatever. I'll answer any questions that anybody has. I'll help you with anything that you need help with.
I have one question about the app for Jennifer. Can exhibitors see other exhibitors' pages, or is it just dealers that can see the exhibitor page? Because that could possibly limit product or things that we want to put on our page. So that's my question.
That is a great question, Jamie. So at the time where your page is sent to you for review, it is only visible to you. Once the app launches to all attendees, you as an individual, Jamie as the attendee, are able to see the directory, which does allow you to see all exhibitors.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Miss Jen, we'll turn it back over to you out in Texas.
All right. I'll just say thank you so much for joining us. We'll send out the recording momentarily. And again, we can't wait to see you guys at RTO World. We're available. We're here. If you need us, call me, email me. And we're looking forward to a great show. Thanks so much. Have a great weekend, everybody. Take care.
Thanks, everybody.